G'day, don't know if you've been following our progress or not, but for the past 2 months we've been travelling around Australia in this little gets. We've travelled about 8,500 kilometres, and over the course of that we've come up with a list of essential items that we found helpful and, dare I say, necessary to make life comfortable while we're on this trip. So we're going to tell you and show you exactly what they are right now.
The first item that literally changed our lives is good internet, and we choose to get the Starlink. Before we were with Telstra, let me tell you, it was so bad. We had to spend some evenings at the McDonald's just to upload our videos. Since we have Starlink, we never had a problem. We had connection in the middle of the desert, in front of the beach. We literally had connection everywhere, and the connection speed is amazing. It is a bit pricey. We pay $174 per month, and the hardware was $450 one-off. Definitely worth it, and being satellite internet, you will have connection everywhere. This means that if you ever have problems with your car and you get stuck in the middle of the desert, you can just pull out Starlink, you have satellite connection, you can call someone to rescue you, and you can even call your mom or your kids while you're waiting for to be rescued.
The next essential item that we've found comes incredibly handy is a solar setup, some form of solar setup. Whether you've got a panel and a battery box, or a panel and a battery and an inverter like us, if there's one thing Australia has an abundance of, it's sunshine. And when you're in the middle of the desert with no other amenities around, this thing comes so handy. We're able to charge our battery, and from that we can charge both our computers, we run our inverter, we run our Starlink setup, and we charge everything else we need that we could possibly need just with this one portable panel, one deep cycle battery, and our inverter. It is worth mentioning that we just pilfered and pillaged this from our bus setup. Had we had our time over again, we would have had a roll out or fold up solar blanket. They're just easier to transport, easier to store, they take up less space, and they put in the exact same amount of charge. We also would have had a supplementary charging system, like a DC-DC setup that runs from your car when you're driving and charges your solar battery while you're driving. Next time.
Another item that we found very useful during this trip was a shower. We have a solar shower, it's 20 liters. It's just a bag that you put on the roof of your car or anywhere in the sun, and at the end of the day you can have a nice hot shower. The downside is obviously if you don't have any sun for the day, the shower will be cold. We found out that with 20 liters we can have 1 day worth of shower for 2 adults if you want a very good shower, or 2 days for 2 adults if you want to have a very short shower. An alternative to a solar shower would be a 12-volt shower or a gas hot water shower. Depends from your budget and your setup.
Next item on the list is a handy dandy bug zapper and light, or mozzie repellent, or mosquito and insect repellent. We have been in a few places where the sandflies have driven us crazy, almost insane with how itchy they've got us. And this stuff is definitely a lifesaver. Slather it all over your skin and they don't touch you for up to 12 hours. Also, mosquitoes hate this thing. We turn it on, it's out of battery right now. Can't turn it on. Hang on. Don't just have one, have 2. You turn it on, little ultraviolet light goes in there, attracts the bugs, they run into a circuit of wire in there and they get zapped and they leave you alone. And it also doubles as a light. It's very, very handy to have.
Another super useful item is a headlamp. We bought this just before leaving at Aldi for I think $10. It was super cheap, super handy, so we don't step on snakes. It also has a red light. Can you see, is it working? Yeah. So we don't step on a snake or on the dog or on something that we shouldn't step on when we walk to the toilet and to the shower at night. Super handy also to cook when it's dark and to take videos. It's better than Hollywood lights, it's amazing.
Next thing you'll need, unless you want to spend a lot of time in camp kitchens eating out or takeaway food, is something to cook flies on. No, joking. Is a portable camp oven, camp stove, or something to cook your meals on. We've cooked nearly every single night in this trip, and this thing even though it's cheap and nasty and it's lasted us, we've had it for about 7 years now, it still runs without a problem. In addition to a camp stove, you're also going to need things like a frying pan, a good knife, just one good knife. You're going to need cutlery and also plates, bowls, spoons, cups, etc., etc. Great to have.
Something else you really need when you go camping, of course, are tables and chairs. We had these chairs for a long time. Mine was again from Aldi for $30, and this one was from
BCF, I think.
BCF, yeah, and was more expensive, like $80. This one is very comfortable. As you can see, we had them for long time. In fact, this one stays together with a zip tie, and mine stays together with tape. Very handy. We were using when we were living in the bus all the time to stay outside, and of course we constantly use them now that we're camping. The table was from Bunnings, I think $30 or something like that, quite cheap. It is foldable, it folds in half, so it gets very small. Very handy to have.
As I mentioned before, if there's one thing Australia has, it's an abundance of sunlight. Therefore, when you're camping, you should do what we've done and get yourself either some shade, like an awning, or something portable, like a big umbrella. Can't tell you how many times it's been a baking hot, sunny day. We've been roasting, working away on the computer, on our little camp chairs, and we've had to set up an umbrella. And the difference that makes is unbelievable. If you do get an umbrella, make sure you either A, get a really good quality one, or B, get two really bad ones so that when one breaks, you got a backup. Also, it goes without saying, when you're outside in the sun, make sure you have sunglasses, a hat, and obviously clothing, long sleeve if you can get it, and sunscreen as well, because skin cancer is no joke.
Another thing that you must have with you is a first aid kit. It contains also antibacterial wipes. I don't really know what's inside because we didn't need it. It also works to hold our magnets that we buy during our trip.
Is there any money?
No money.
Any gold bars?
No. Yeah, again, that was Aldi, $20. Thanks, Aldi.
The next thing you might need, even though it's not essential, is some form of entertainment while you're on the road. We've got e-readers, so they're like little, everyone knows what an e-reader is by now, surely. Little electronic device, you can read books on them, right? If you don't have an e-reader, you might have access to things like fishing equipment or some kind of outdoor entertainment like a push bike. You might be bringing a push bike along depending on your setup, or even portable or inflatable ocean crafts like kayaks or stand-up paddle boards. Something along those lines, something to when you rock up to a really cool site and you just want to unwind and chill out, you've got something there to entertain yourself.
Or get an online job and that will keep you entertained forever.
Yeah. Or get a dog.
Another thing you might need if you sleep in a swag or in a tent is a tarp. A few days ago we had a lot of rain and we woke up in the morning and the swag was soaked. So Aaron had to run to IGA to get a tarp. Of course, we always hope the weather is going to be good, but sometimes we might get some days of rain. Another thing that you might find useful is an umbrella and a raincoat, or some sort of something just to protect yourself from the rain, because let me tell you, when you sleep in a swag, a rainy day is not fun.
Next item you may find handy is one of these 12 volt portable inverters. They plug into the old cigarette lighters in your car. They plug into those jacks and provides enough electricity. I think it provides up to 200 watt to charge your electronic devices while your car is on and running, preferably, otherwise you might flatten your battery. Can come handy in a pinch when there's no sun, you can't find any power and you need to charge your computer or your device. The next item is an external battery or some form of external battery or external charge. Something like this. We bought one of these. It charges your phone. It charges about 2 phones for about 3 or 4 full charges, and then we have to charge this as well. But they come in handy in a pinch. Another
item we found super useful is a camping towel. It's not actually a camping towel, it's a gym towel, but it is quite big. As you can see, you can wrap yourself around with it, and it pack up very small, which is very, very handy. We were thinking about taking with us the normal towels, but we bought these, and let me tell you, it was a very, very good buy. They fit anywhere. You can pack them up very small and close them. You can do a better job than this, but you get what I mean.
That's it for this video. We hope you found it useful. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like, give it a thumbs up, give it a subscribe, share it with your friends if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next one.